The International Business Times did some research into the Republicans on the Science, Space, and Technology Committee, and what they found is, frankly, horrifying. So they report here, a study from the Public Accountability Initiative finds 13 members of the House Committee on Science, Space, and Technology collectively have received at least $98,270 in contributions from ExxonMobil employees and political action committees connected to the company. Those same 13 committee members recently launched a counter-inquiry into an investigation scrutinizing whether Exxon deliberately misled the public over the reality of climate change. New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman launched the investigation into Exxon in November. Okay, so understand exactly what happened here. The New York Attorney General was like, whoa, we got evidence that these guys are covering up the fact that they knew about climate change. You can't do that. Let's dig deeper. Well, you would think that the federal government and the people on the science committee would be like, rock on, we're right there with you. You need resources? You need help? No, they launch a counter-inquiry. So in other words, they're like, we're going to go to bat for Exxon. We're going to go to bat for the fossil fuel industry. Now, people who are naive might go, well, it's just a difference of opinion as to whether or not the reality of climate change indeed is a reality and whether or not people were trying to hide stuff. No. They took $98,270, the Republicans on the committee, from Big Oil. And now they're going to bat for Big Oil. I wonder if those things are connected. I don't know about you guys, but if somebody gives me $98,000, I tend to take that phone call and hear their grievances. Call me crazy. But it gets worse. You ready for this? They say, in addition to the nearly $100,000 in donations related to Exxon, the Public Accountability Initiative found the 13 committee members had received about $2.7 million in overall contributions from the oil and gas industry. So the $100,000 that they got recently was just related to this, and it was recent. They say overall, when you dig into their histories, the 13 Republicans on the Science Committee, they've taken about $2.7 million from the oil and gas lobby. Again, how do you expect them to be tough on this industry and be fair and regulate them and be objective when they are bought by them? Guys, this isn't an open question. This is actually laid out right in front of us. Exxon and Big Oil, they've bought the Science Committee in the federal government. Okay, nobody can be for this. I mean, if you're for this, you're honestly a clown of a human being. How can anybody be for this? Even if you're somebody who genuinely and legitimately disagrees with climate change because you don't have good data or whatever, do you really want the industry buying the government because you know there's going to be a bias in that sense? Don't you want to have a real debate of ideas and philosophies and policies? So there's actually an answer to this, guys. We know that, and the answer is Wolfpack. The answer is getting money out of the political system and banning private donations and making it so that corporations and billionaires, they can't just buy our government, because when they do that, the government's going to do their bidding and they're going to disregard the will of the constituents in what's supposed to be a representative democracy. So I got my Wolfpack shirt on right here for everybody who wants to help out. It's an attempt to get a constitutional amendment to get clean elections. You go to wolf-pac.com and you sign up and you help out however they need help. I know we're trying to get a constitutional convention going through the states, so we need to sway the various states. So you might be in a state where we haven't succeeded yet, and there are many, and they could definitely use your help. And I just want to give a shout out real quick to the person who gave me this shirt. It's my buddy Ben. So I recently went to Montreal for a bachelor party, and I saw somebody wearing a Wolfpack shirt. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. I'm in Montreal, and somebody's wearing a Wolfpack shirt. Well, lo and behold, Ben was actually part of the same group that I was with for the bachelor party. We had a mutual friend. We didn't even know we had a mutual friend until that point. And he's like, oh, shit, man. I love Secular Talk. I've been listening for a while. This is crazy. So we had some great conversations about politics and whatnot. And he's actually fighting in New York for Wolfpack. So that's great. And he ended up sending me this shirt. So I want to thank him for giving me this shirt. And I can't I couldn't agree more with the movement to get money out of the system and to do it via a constitutional convention to get an amendment. So if you want to become part of that and you want to try to get this very, very important amendment, join at wolf-pac.com.